What's up, everybody? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It felt like forever. I know it was, my vacation last week, but I feel like I have not seen y'all in like a month. And that's because time is flying too, but let's get it. All right, so, we gonna give a few people some time to chime in, and we're gonna get started soon. I hope everybody's been doing good. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes till showtime. Ooh, it's been a busy week, y'all. So busy. Hey, Bestie Bear. Thank you. We got some new people coming in. Mm, mm. I know y'all see the title of this, so we gonna get down to business. How's your week been, Bestie? How's things been going? Have you been enjoying your stuff? Have you been enjoying the new place? And I got a surprise too for y'all. We gon' we gonna wait till everybody get in here before I reveal that surprise. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. I didn't know you weren't working though for a little bit. Yeah, tell me about that. I definitely didn't know that. Oh my gosh, I got so many announcements to make. Oh, I'm glad you are. I'm not even gonna hold you. I really want one. Um, I think I'm gonna get one. I think I'm gonna get one. I'm very interested. I actually do have one, but mine doesn't have like the stars and stuff that you could see, like the galaxy looking thing. But I have one. I think I want to get one that's similar to the one I got you. Oh yeah. I forgot you are in the educational business. That's what's up though. Yeah, got little things I need to get. Amazon is gonna kill me for my money. They give me a run for my money every time. That's what my black ass get. We are about to start in 1 minute. I see people coming in. Come on, y'all, because it's been a week. I gave y'all a week off. Technically, it was my week off. I don't know what y'all been doing, but it's what it is. And all right, I see a lot of people coming in. Thank you. Hi, girl. Thank you for tuning in. I feel you on that. Definitely got to hang in there. So, are y'all ready for this episode? And this episode was well thought out for a very plausible reason, let me say. So, let's get ready, guys, for Soleil City Podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Always for everybody who tunes in every Sunday at 8 o'clock, 7:55. If you want to say those who chime in early to sit in with me for a little bit. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah. Um, Thank you guys. So, of course, you can see the title of this segment. We don't family like we used to. And I know a lot of y'all are probably like, I got an idea what that means. Some other people are like, I don't know what that means. But I'm definitely going to give you the rundown. And before I do that, I have to give a shout out to my sis, my homegirl. She was on the previous podcast. But guys, she's amazing. She's in Florida, but she does a lot of like everything. She's like an entrepreneur like me. Like we just do everything. But I definitely don't know how to do this. This is fire, y'all. It is a tumbler. And I don't know if y'all can see what that says. Don't try me spray. Okay. Support. If you're interested in getting one, she has a bunch of them. You don't got to get no curse words. She has one that says something about get thee behind Satan and all this other stuff. She's fire, y'all. So if you want her information, just go to my DMs and I'll definitely give it to you. But I had to get me one because y'all know me. Y'all know I don't like bitches. Y'all know. Anyway, so a little bit about my vacation, and that's what's gonna drive right into this segment. So, y'all, for many of you who don't know, my significant other's family, his mom specifically, tends to do a yearly family vacation. So we went to Kissimmee, Florida, Orlando, Florida. They're like close together. So we were in that area and lovely home. I mean, it was so nice. We had like the pool table, we had the big ass island in the kitchen. They had a nice jacuzzi with the pool. And guys, I was in the pool swimming like a little guppy. Even though my ass don't know how to swim, I was there floating on my back, and I was doing all types of stuff. Trying to just make myself practice a little bit because I'm trying to learn. So I was doing all of that. She books a private chef to come in and cook for us for breakfast and dinner. We went to SeaWorld, and y'all, I'm so ready to go back to SeaWorld. I loved SeaWorld. Like, I was so happy to see the dolphins. I'm like a little kid when it comes to that stuff. I didn't get to see otters. Everybody should know I love otters. I did see some pink flamingos, which was pretty cool. Me and my daughter-in-law, we went on this roller coaster called Pipeline, where you're standing up in the roller coaster, and oh my gosh, guys, that roller coaster, you like, it'll start off slow, like they'll bring you out, and all of a sudden you just hear, man. My stepdaughter was screaming. Did I say daughter? My stepdaughter, whatever I said, she was just screaming. It was to a point that I was just laughing on the ride. And when you laugh and you trying to catch your breath going up and down and swirling around. It was so funny. But I definitely had a good time. We had drinks. I bought my hookah machine. And y'all have not seen my hookah yet. I have not brought it to this segment. I'm thinking about bringing it out on season 2. Now that I know how to, work the hookah and everything. But it was a fun time, y'all. It was so relaxing. It was fun. Like I said, something she does every year. We tend to go to Florida, but she always one up herself on the houses that we go to. So it's like these nice big places. I was like, if I had like committed friends, maybe we can rent these houses together and like 20 of us go out there and just split because it's really not bad. Like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. And it wasn't even hot. Oh my God, I was expecting it to be hot. Man, me and my dude went for a walk. It was so good outside. It was like nice wind. See the little lizards, the bunnies out hopping and stuff. It was such a good vibe. Man, SeaWorld is lit. And it's not hard to get around the park. You download the app too, and they have like the map that traces you so you know exactly where you go. And it's so cool. I feel like every amusement park should do that. Maybe they do. I don't know. I know when I went to Six Flags, I had the big ass paper map, whatever. Um, and yeah, like I enjoyed myself. My job was like, where's my phone? My job was like, don't worry about work. We got you. My job, listen, best fucking job I've ever had in my life. Okay, they give us lunch every month. They try to do at least once a month. I know when I went out there last month, around my birthday, because they actually flew me out. They ordered us, what was that they ordered us? Olive Garden. And this time around, they gave us some money to lunch on them. Just put it on the company card. Like it is so fire, y'all. It's so many happy things going on, and I definitely have something to tell you guys at the end of this segment. So definitely remind me. Um, but for a lot of you who were like, okay, get to the point. What's up with this whole family thing? So we don't family like we used to. Y'all heard about my vacation. This was like a family thing, very family oriented. Um, Sisters were there, all the kids were there. So it was just a vibe. So like what happens to family get-togethers? Why we don't family like we used to? Don't tell me no BS about, oh, my family's too far. Shit, I got family in New York. And when I lost my job, I took my last $300 and I went to see my family in New York because at that time, that's just what I needed. So, like, why we don't family like we used to? I know, I'm not gonna lie to you. There are some family that I just can't family with. Like, there's some family that I done had to cut off because they just were too toxic. They were, oh, like, don't do it because I probably fight you. I probably pop you in your fucking mouth. So it's best that I don't family with them. Um, but yeah, like what happened to family get-togethers? You know, like the barbecues, like that shit. I live in Macon, Georgia. Okay, and I've been here for like 11 years. And what I used to see, like, even prior to living here, what I used to see growing up, how it was like, yeah, we're going to barbecues. I personally got tired of going to barbecues at one point, but it was so family oriented. It was always water fights, water balloons. I still want to do that. I still want to have my kid moments. Like, let me break my leg if I need to at my 32-year-old age, but I want to play. Like, I want to double dutch. All these things that we used to do that was family oriented. I mean, I grew up in New York. We used to turn on the fire hydrant. We used to be outside double dutching, playing hide and go seek, tag. It was red light, green light. It was so much stuff to do. And it's like, now it's like, I understand everybody gets older, but still have those times to be with your family. Have those fun times. Bring out the board games if you don't want to go outside. Like, what happened to family get togethers? It's gotten to a point, y'all, where people are doing Friendsgiving, and that's cool and all. I'm all for the Friendsgiving because there's a point where your friends do become like family. But it's like, what happened, like my family makes a conscious effort, and we discuss it a lot of times, whether it's I'm going to New York for Christmas and they'll come here for Thanksgiving, or vice versa. Shoot, they surprised me last year for my daughter's birthday, like, like stuff like that. Like, they still try to be family oriented regardless of the distance. So like, what happened to the ones that be close? Like, I remember this July, we didn't even pop no fucking fireworks. We didn't do none of that stuff, y'all. And it was just like, I was so livid. I was so bored. I was so upset. I was just like, this sucks. This really sucks. Like, but I mean, I want to hear from y'all. Like, what do you think is the reason that family get-togethers are not the same? Is it just that, people no longer, and I feel like people should come together because we're losing so many people. I mean, I'm gonna say I just lost my grand aunt, my grandma who passed away 11 years ago. Her sister actually just died a day after her birthday. So her birthday was September 7th. She died September 8th. So 2 days ago. Um, it's crazy because, regardless of how anybody felt about anybody, we were always like trying to make something happen in my family. We were always trying to do something or put together a barbecue, just something. And it's like, even in my small ass apartment that we used to live in, growing up in the Bronx, my mom used to put together Thanksgiving meals, and she used to have people sitting in the bedroom, in the small ass kitchen, in the small ass living room. She still made it family oriented. She did not care. Even sometimes I can't make it for certain stuff up there. She has her pool parties. My brother goes up there to have events. He has his daughter's birthday party, which I did make it up there for this year, just surprising everybody. People don't view family the same way we did. Yeah, like, and it's crazy because it's like growing up, I personally feel like I didn't see all this stuff. Like, yeah, there was stuff happening in the world, but the way that it's going now, it's like it's getting worse. And I understand, a bullet has no name regardless. But it's so sad that you can't even have your kids outside without these people just fighting over dumb reasons. So most of the times these kids are growing up on technology because for me personally, my daughter would really have to be in a great neighborhood, a neighborhood that looks out for us and we treat each other like family before I say I'm going to even have her go out there. And she would still have to have somebody else with her that's older than her, because the way the world is now, like you can't even trust that your kids could walk home. You can't even trust that your kids could be on the school bus without the school people probably, or the bus driver probably putting their hands on your child. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fight. So you touch my kid, it's on and popping. Don't tell me about to take me to jail. Y'all better fight as hard for me if I go to jail over some shit about my kid. I'm gonna tell y'all, because I feel like all this justice system, if you hurt my child, God forbid anything happened to my child where I have to put her in a casket, or any of my kids, God forbid, if I can't kill that motherfucker, y'all better fight for me, okay? Be like, yo, they killed her kid. What you wanted her to do? Like, and I don't think people understand. Yeah, we got to go by these laws and stuff, but like, I feel like we should be able to kill those people. Once you get them, we should be able to put the bullet through them, because why are you hurting people's kids? Like, why are you hurting people's families? And it's crazy that the world is like that nowadays, because these guys be going out killing these young dudes, and the family is so distraught and everything, but they don't want nobody touching their fucking family. You don't want nobody touching your family, but you just kill somebody's son over some little drug shit, like, or just a fight about a girl, like stuff like that. It's like, it's immature stuff, y'all, that's going on. And I get, in a sense, why people can't family the way they used to because of that, but come on now. Y'all gotta make the conscious effort. Like, we are in, I won't say the last of our days, because I remember in 2001 they was like, yeah, the world's gonna end. It's 22 years later, so we definitely don't know when it's gonna end, but we all know that we are going to die someday, whether it's tomorrow or 20 years from now, 50 years from now. I'm praying for longevity. But spend time with your family. Like, I I never really spent much time with my grand aunt by choice, because she had her views or whatever. So I didn't really kick it with her. But to see her, how she was and how she looked, I was like, oh my God, like, I didn't know how to feel. Like, I didn't know if I felt remorse. I didn't know what I felt. But it was like, I didn't like seeing her in that type of, how she looked. It was just like she was definitely going to pass away soon. Um, but that stuff like that makes you be like, man, like, hold on to your family while you can. Hold on to the last little bit that you have, even if it's your kids, even if it's just you and your kids, whether it's a father and the kid or a mother and the kid. Take your kids out. Try to do something, bi-weekly or once a month if you can for them, because it's so much going on. It's crazy. With me, I don't even see my family anymore unless it's and passing a once in a while visit for whatever reason or things just change. We're lucky even if we text or call or even run into each other. Motherfuckers can shoot, kill, hurt, and touch anybody in the world for the most stupidest reasons, and folks get away with it. But threaten our kids or family, we have to suffer the consequences. Yeah, like, and then you wonder, like, how, like, why the world is the way it is nowadays. It's like, sometimes things are just not fair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, living in the US, I even said to my boyfriend, I was like, honestly, if I was not with you, I probably would have been living in like one of those third world countries. That would have been my decision. There was a point where I wanted to be artificially inseminated. I didn't want to deal with no niggas, okay? But I knew I wanted to live in a third world country because why is it that I'm paying for health insurance? Why is it that I'm paying for an education? And a lot of times nowadays, I honestly regret going to college and getting a bill and having to fight that shit off my credit just so I can put my family in a greater situation. Because it's like, y'all want us to get these educations, but why do we have to pay to get these educations? Like, y'all should be funding this. Like, Germany, I think it's Germany, you don't have to pay for health insurance, you don't have to pay to go to school. And it's just like this place is just plummeting, y'all. I can't say what is and what ain't in other countries, but I just know for a fact that those are the things that I would be like, yo. And I hear a lot of people who say they have been moving to third world countries that they love it. Like, the food is great, it's cleaner, all that stuff. So that's what sucks about this. But back to the family get togethers. Let's see. Life is happening. It's hard to find that genuine moment with others when everyone is busy navigating the complexities of this world. However, balance is vital, and we are oftentimes later on faced with the reality that we need each other regardless. That's true. I used to always be like, yeah, I'm gonna be by myself, but really, y'all, people need people because if you notice, these people who have committed suicide or whatever, they felt like they were alone. Some by mental illness, some by reality that they were really alone. When I say mental illness, some people feel like regardless, they have all the support, but for some reason in their mind, they're just alone and they can't break that. But like, we need people. I mean, I run a business. I do businesses with people. So I know I need people to make my money. I know I need people to, navigate what I need to in this life to get where I need to be. So I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I don't need anybody. Um, because that's just crazy. Businesses need people. So there's no way these businesses would be what they are without people. You can't do everything on your own, that's for sure. But yeah, life is happening a lot. I agree. But you definitely have to find a balance. You definitely have to say, hey, I'm going to take one of these weeks to do something with somebody. Even if you just call up your auntie and it's like, hey, I'm just gonna come and bring the kids over just so we can hang with you and see your face and talk. That's enough. You know what I'm saying? And breaking it down if you have to see certain family members. But like I said, every family member I don't fuck with. So they're just a lost cause. I mean, it sucks. It'll probably hurt in the end, but they've done enough damage to, family that's really like secure to me. Like, if you mess with my mama or my dad, my brother, my nieces or my nephews, oh, we got a motherfucking problem. Especially if you're a cousin. I'll shut off a cousin before anything. I don't really care because it's like, I don't know. This just is what it is. Like, there's times I'll be like, yo, daddy, I'm not talking to you. Mommy, I'm not talking. We be mad at each other, but I know for a fact I would never want to lose my parents. I always end up being like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to them, and we just be having regular conversations. Um, you mess with my daughter? Oh, woo. Anyway, we're living in hell. I've been saying this for the longest, and I stand by that fact. Folks are just greedy and shady when it comes to money. Yeah, it's crazy that we can't, you know, have family get-togethers like we used to, how we want to. Like I said, I want to feel like a kid sometimes, even though I have a daughter. I want her to see that fun side of her mom. I want her to see that I could play too, even if I have to break my knees. Because at 32, my knees ain't great. So I don't care, anything for her to see her smile, playing video games, stuff like that. Like I said, technology's taken over so much, but it doesn't beat the fact that we still have these other things to where it's not useless. So there's really no excuse to why we can't jump in the car, gas it up, and go see somebody, you know? Um, but let me ask y'all, and I know majority of y'all probably gonna give me the answer that I already know what it is. Does Christmas feel the same? Like, are you guys, let me say this. Yeah, okay. We know our parents, we see our parents building up stuff under the tree, but has the number of gifts that you put under the tree decreased? Has the Christmas dinners come to a halt? Are your folks still making Christmas dinner, or are they still cooking the cakes or making cookies? That's what I mean. Like, does Christmas feel the same? Are you guys caroling? Are you guys even going out if you have the opportunity? When it snows, are you guys going out during the snow season to make snow angels or play snowball fights? That's what I mean when I say, does Christmas feel the same? For me personally, and I'm sure for everybody here, well, for Georgia people, we don't really get snow like that. So that's an X out. But I know for a fact that there's not a lot of things under that tree anymore. I get stuff for my daughters. I get stuff for my boyfriend. Majority of the time, my boyfriend doesn't wrap gifts. He just gives me what I ask for, and usually I'm like money, so I could just go buy what I want. Um, but yeah, like I remember seeing 50 gifts under the tree, and me opening probably 12. To now where I'm just getting, like, whether it's money, because that's what I asked for, that's still a gift to me. But I'm not unwrapping anything. Of course, I'm wrapping gifts for my family, but I want to say last Christmas, the amount of gifts that were under the tree were probably about four or five. Um, and Christmas just doesn't feel the same. I didn't cook this year. I forgot. I think we had a I forgot what we did last year. And that's the thing. It's not memorable. I'm the only memorable thing that I can remember is me buying pajamas for all of us to wear, my daughters, my boyfriend, and me. And we did our own little photo shoot in the house, got the backdrop, the matching pajamas, and we did that. Um I can't remember if I cooked or not. Y'all know I love cooking. I love baking. Holla at your girl. Um I don't remember. That's how not memorable it is, like, or it was. Um but yeah, like I think we went to my boyfriend's sister's house, but that was for breakfast, I want to say. I don't think it was for dinner. But we will exchange gifts, and now that we're all moved into our new place, it will be better this year. Other than that, we still exchange gifts. That's good. And even if you get the opportunity to exchange gifts in front of someone or with each other, it's not the same to see family. But me and my little family created our own traditions. That's good too. Definitely creating your own traditions to where it's still family oriented. And like I said, there are friends that become family. So if they are included, yeah, let it be something that's like I don't know, just family oriented. So, like, how do you guys feel about Friendsgiving? And to me, like I said, friends become family. So why don't we call it like family giving? Like, um, I never, I've never had a Friendsgiving. I did tell a friend I would love to do that one year. I may just do a family giving this year with my family. My mom, my dad they're talking about coming out here to spend Thanksgiving with us because we haven't had Thanksgiving in a while. I know I went out there for Christmas. I think last year I stayed here, so we didn't get to see each other for Christmas. Um, but the year before, I did go out there to see them, and like I said, just like 2 3 months ago, I was in New York then as well. I do miss how we all used to get together for Christmas at my aunt's or even grandmother's, but times have changed. I love Friendsgiving, but I've never officially been to one. Plus, I don't really have friends, but now they're lit and beautiful. I have friends, but I guess in this year, let me say, I probably will get an invite to a Friendsgiving. Um, and more than likely, I would definitely go to a Friendsgiving if it's not coinciding with the Thanksgiving or family giving, I would like to call it. Because, like I said, I still want that time with my family. And I know a lot of times Friendsgiving really just, you know, moves around friends. It's not the same, but when you have kids, you try to make the most of the experience. Yes, very much so. I definitely agree with that. And it's so hard because like even my stepdaughter, she's so into like Roblox. She's so into the technology stuff, and that's cool and everything. But these kids be wanting like iPads. I mean, this girl asked for a MacBook. I remember when my dad got me a MacBook, that shit was $1,000 flat, and that was just because it was on the student discount. So he got $200 off, so it was 1,200 technically for that laptop. I can only imagine what those laptops are now. They're probably like 1,500 because I have an iMac and I paid a good penny for that, and I know it was way over 12. Um, but I would definitely do a Friendsgiving. Like I said, I would more so call it a family giving because a lot of my friends that I do vibe with now have become like family to me. It's not just like, yeah, you're my friend and that's that. To me, friend spells end. Friend. That shit is always gonna end. But family, ILY, I love you. That's what I mean. That's what it is. I'll always love you. Um, so yeah, I Friendsgiving is an idea though. So let me ask you guys, like I said, what happens to family get-togethers? Like, do you guys still make time for family? Um, because I know a lot of us have where we're just so busy, but you got to make time. Like to me there's no excuse for that. There's none whatsoever because if you really wanted to, you would make time. And I mentioned it before, and this is just a crazy example like how what is his name? Yo Gotti. Love that man. He cheated on me. Yo Gotti is with Angela, and he was in his interview. She called. He was like, one moment, answer the phone. I was like, she's like, oh, you doing an interview? He's like, yeah. And she's like, oh, okay. And he's like, I'll call you back. He made time regardless of what he was doing to answer his queen. Whether they're married or not right now, they probably got some family oriented vibes that they are doing, but he made that time. Like little stuff like that sits out to me because it's like, are you making time for family? Are you making time to just call and check up on family? Are you making that time to just say, hey, let me just send a quick text to see if this person's still breathing? Because I know a lot of us were like, man, like, oh, I haven't heard from this person. I'm gonna hit them up in like 3 4 days. But what is a 10-second text message? You know what I'm saying? Or even just like a 5 minute phone call just to say, hey, I know I called my grandmother, she's 90. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm horrible at it. But I started like reevaluating. I'm like, I gotta call my grandmother more. Like she's 90, she's about to be 90, and I don't call as much. But when I do hear her voice, it's so good to hear. So it's like, this is my last grandmother. The other one that I loved and cherished so much, who grew me to sing, is gone, But I love this grandmother just the same. And like, she's thriving and kicking. And, honestly, if something were to happen to her today, I would be distraught, but I would be happy because she lived a good life. Like, a lot of us are not seeing 90. A lot of us are not even seeing freaking 22. So, and this is just with the ways of the world, but like, if you're not making time for your family, do so, please. And I don't mean just the kids, um, because they are a priority anyway. But when I say make time for family, and also family means those friends, make time for those family friends. Just sending a text and make sure they're in a good headspace. Um, Making sure that everything's on the up and up. I know some of my friends now that, I met probably about last year or 2 years ago. They'll sometimes text me and be like, "Hey, I just wanted to check in on you. How you doing? How's your mental?" Um, and I love that because I've never had that. You know what I'm saying? I used to always be the ones to reach out and check on people. Now I've gotten horrible at it. I won't say horrible. I've gotten bad at it because of the fact that I was just like, well, I ain't checking for you because you don't check for me. Like, my fingers is tired. I'm not finna text you. And I still got to get out of that habit a little bit because I still do think that way. I feel like, why am I always checking for you if you ain't even thinking about writing me? Like, I'll write you twice, 3 times a week to see how everything's going, and then I don't hear nothing from you. You don't even be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, but it all falls into the fact that people just really don't think about making time for others. They just be like, "Oh yeah, I've been so busy." But you've been busy enough to pick up that phone and call John, Dick, and Harry. So yeah. Um, this leads to my next question, y'all. Parents don't help with kids anymore. And I put this as a question mark because regardless of where my parents are, I've had the time where me and my dude, we've been in like beefs or whatever, and my mom would be like, "Yo, bring your butt up here. I'll fly you out with the baby. You need some rest, I'll fly you out with the baby." And my parents would literally watch Janila while I slept. Or even when we went out there to visit, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about to go up the road or whatever." They were like, "Okay, we'll keep Janila regardless of how old they are." They're like, "We'll keep Janila regardless of whatever illness either one of them may have. We'll keep Janila." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I could go down to the Bronx, see everybody I need to see. Because sometimes people want to see her, and I'm like, oh, girl, we know yours do. And I love that. I love seeing that because a lot of families do not do that. Like, even my friend, her mom, she be trying to put together, like, or she do like these little cookouts. Every once in a while, she'll invite her friends, she'll invite family, and then my friend would invite me. And I go because I'm like, there's really not much of that going on. And I like to give my support when I can and where I can. But she knows if I really can't come, I'm going to tell her. But there's really not people doing that. And yes, you're late because I definitely advertised your Tumblr, which I will again. But there's really something in it. So. But like I say, y'all, if you want to order one, Risha's here in the building. This is the Tumblr I purchased from her, and she has a whole bunch of other ones. Like I said, she's like a mini. Well, she's older than me, so I'm like a mini her. But like the entrepreneur spirit, she does it all. Like from the dipping strawberries, making tumblers. I don't know what else. She got to teach me how to do this, but if you want her information, you can hit her up through here. Very reasonable pricing for the tumblers, but I love it. But y'all, like, parents don't help with kids anymore. And I know this is gonna sound fucked up when I say this. Now, don't get me wrong. There are lots of, we're going to get into colors. There are lots of black families that will still help with the child. Like I said, there's a distance between me and my family, but if I ever say to my mom, I'm really stressed, I need to come up there, you keep Nala, blah, 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 she'd be like, okay, look into the flights. Um, my brother's the same way. He'll be like, yeah, we'll keep Nala, you go chill, go hang out with your friends, go see your friends, whatever, when I go to New York. So they're very supportive when it comes to that. Um, but we've had this conversation to where black families haven't really set their families up to, and I know we're gonna get into whole slavery and blah blah blah, but let's be realistic. There's so many black people now that are becoming so successful. I mean, when I do Uber, I still do it very seldom now, but when I was doing Uber, like doing it like probably about 4, 5, 6 years ago, prior to Janila and prior to my relationship too. So yeah, it's been a minute where I really was going out there and making my bread. Like I was working 7 days a week. And I just used to be like, oh, look at this person driving this nice ass car. Or they in a Tesla, they in a Camaro. I used to call it Camaro at one point, don't judge me. But I was like, damn, like, and then when they would drive past or they in a Maserati, whatever it may be, Aston Martin, whatever, and it was a black fucking person, I was like, oh, I am so proud of us. You know what I'm saying? And I know like cars is not a big deal. Some people get rich just to show off and show the bling. And there's also people that get rich to put their families in a different situation. And but most of the times you're seeing like white people doing that. You're seeing them make sure that their families generation for generation is wealthy. They got all this land, they got all this stuff. They could put freaking houses on one land. The motherfuckers probably got gas stations on their land that we don't know about. We just can't see it. But I'm just like, with the fact that our families, and my brother has been in talks with me about that, like setting Janala up to where she has money. When she gets older, she can take that money out for herself. And it's just like there's a lot of families that do not do that. There's a lot of parents that are just like, I done had you kids, y'all take care of y'all kids, da 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 da. And mental health has always been a thing. Like when I tell you, if my mental is not good, I'm surely throwing Janala off on her dad because I just need a break. Like my mental's not there. I've been doing everything in the house. I've been cooking, cleaning. I got all these orders I may have to put out. I need a break. I need a breather. I need just some me time. Um so I get what parents be saying, they want to go have their fun. They done did it all. They done had the kids and everything. But at what point do you really cherish your family to say, hey, bring the kids over. I just want to see their face. I was just thinking about y'all, and that falls into family get-togethers. Because, like I said, family get-togethers does not mean it has to be like a whole shebang bang party. This that. No, it could just really be that y'all just sitting around talking, checking in on each other, just vibing for a little bit, and seeing how everybody's doing, seeing how everybody's breathing, if they breathing the same. A lot of times family don't even know that their kids be going to the doctor or hospital sometimes because they just don't check in. And then they be like, well, why didn't you call me and tell me you were sick or were you in well, you don't call me. And that goes back to the fact of us being like, yeah, we don't, yeah, y'all know what I'm saying. But I feel like I'm gonna end this segment a little bit early today, y'all. But like I said, try to be more family oriented, whether your family is your friends. People are are for self lately. Times are hard, but we got to stick together. That's so true. Times are hard, and this is the times that you do have to stick together. People should really be having discernment still, but having that click, whether it's family or friends that you consider family, like I said, having some order of operation to where y'all figuring out a way to create generational wealth, to whether y'all figuring out how to create an app together that you know that could bring in money, whether it's a game app and y'all go half on it to make the app and seeing the residuals coming. Like there's so many things that we can do. We just don't. I can tell you for a fact there's just some things I'm just not interested in. Like, my cousin wanted me to do build credit stuff, and I'm like, I'm not interested in that. Definitely not doing that. No matter how many times she tried to tell me, I'm like, anyway, not doing it. um, but there's things that I take interest in, there's things that I take pride in, there's things that I have a passion for. And if I have like-minded people that we could be like, yo, let's think of something that's out there creating the money for us. We don't even have to do nothing but watch the money grow in the accounts, and we go 50-50 on it. And while we're still working, or while we're still, trying to make it to, I promise y'all, some of these people that give these little speeches, whether they be talking about how to get into, oh my god, what is it? I totally forgot the name. The Dow system. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just putting money into Apple and watching the money come back if Apple goes up, because of course, once you put money into it, with them coming out with new products, so you could definitely throw something, you'll get some money back. Um, Even stuff like that. At one point, I was interested, but I'm like, I really don't know too much about this, so nah. I want to find something that I'm really, really like interested in, and honestly, like the app world, creating an app, a gaming app, and whoever creates the app for me, shit. Let me tell you guys, this is a cheat for all y'all. Go to Fiverr. Fiverr has so many content creators. They have so many app developers that will create these apps for you for maybe at best $1,000 something, and they will keep up with the app for you. And pretty much you'll be making your money once, whether you tell them it's a gaming app or if you just need a storefront app. I'm a firm believer. I don't want to use Wix. I don't want to use none of those stuff to build a website anymore. I actually want somebody to create me an actual website, not going through a third party or being a third party of another, app or another website. Like, I don't want to do that. I actually want my website. And there's some that's out there that only charge $220 for that. And that's what I'm working towards. But like I said, have discernment, find that team, find that friend or family that you can sit with and come up with those ideas. Like me and my brother, we talk about stuff like this all the time. I'm not going to say specifically what we talk about when it comes to business, but we just pray that we have the time here on earth to put forth what we're trying to do. And a lot of times, and I personally believe, and I'm not going to say I do it all the time, because there's people out there that really shit you of your money. What I like to do is I like to give back. I've been a DoorDash driver, so I know how it feels to not get tips. Um, there's times where I'm really on my last leg and I'm like, I'm going to remember this person because I want to tip them if I'm at a restaurant. There's been times I've been at restaurants and I've tipped the person before, just going through the drive-through, I mean, because they were just so on the up and up. And I'm like, yo, here, because, a lot of people be so upset working the window and you had the most positive attitude. When we go to restaurants, me and my dude, we definitely look for good customer service. If you're doing horrible, you're probably gonna get only $3 to $5. It's still something, but we look at customer service. We went out the other day, we tipped the girl $10, so five from each of us. I remember at one point we tipped somebody $40 or $50, something like that, because it was just exceptional service. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when you do things like that, you get back. And God has never not shown me once where He has not done that for me. Like, I used to sit here sometimes, I'm like, oh my gosh, stressing myself. This year, I didn't stress when I lost my job for a month. I did not stress one bit. Like I told y'all, I took my last 300 to go see my family. Um, I didn't stress. So, but I feel like God will always give you back, and you're not even going to expect it. You're like, man, what am I going to do? This, that. He's always going to make a way. Um, but on that note, y'all, try to make time for family, stick together, do what you can. Even if making time, make the time to just text a 5-second text. Hi, how you doing? Send. Whether you get a response or not, you know you did your part. I just wanted to check up on you. How's everything? Whatever the case is. And just do that, because family don't stick together like they used to. Like I said, there are some, like Kia said, there's families that will still help with the kids just so you can get a mental break, just so you can get some time to breathe and just rest and sleep. Um, so yeah, y'all, make time, make time, make time, make time. But on that note, I do have some surprises for you guys. So we are actually 2 episodes away from open discussion, and I'm excited because open discussion is not just one topic. It's like every single thing you can think of. So, like I always tell you guys, whether you want to DM me on Facebook so I can add it to the list, send me your questions and we definitely will discuss it. We're going to try to bring in a larger crowd for that last episode. Episode 10 is the last episode of the season. I'm so glad I got to be live with you guys this whole season. But episode 10, open discussion, you never know. We might have someone chime in as a guest through, if they can't make it in the building, they can actually be um, on the internet. So that is going to be possible. But if you send me a DM through Facebook of the question or the topic that you want me to discuss, I have a few that are already in from a few people as well. If y'all want me to touch back on a topic that was from season 1, whether it was earlier in this season, let me know. We can always go back on it. I ain't changing nothing I said. So even if you be like, oh, that's not what she said. Yes, the fuck I did. Let me see. What other surprising news do I have for you guys? Well, if you didn't notice, for those who have me on Facebook, that last food post that I made, if you notice in the bottom right corner, there is a logo. I had someone from Fiverr create my logo because I am actually going to take the step in becoming a private chef. I'm excited for it. I've been wanting to do it. I love cooking, I love baking. And it was between that or going full throttle with my cosmetology. For everybody who doesn't know, I have a cosmetology license, but I find it so therapeutic to be in the kitchen. I love creating new things. I love trying new foods. Ask my dude. I make crab stuffed salmon. I actually made some crab and shrimp balls with the Cajun cream sauce and the homemade garlic baguette bread. I do it all. So it's not just like, Southern food type of things. I do it all. I love looking at new recipes. I love seeing new things online to try it myself. There was one that I'm definitely going to try, a cinnamon toast crunch banana pudding. And yes, I put bananas in there. Don't judge me, judge your mama. That's the only time I like bananas, y'all. But yes, I am coming out with a hint of soul. That's what it is. And soul is spelled SOL for my name and my daughter's name, middle name. So that was really why I wanted it to be named that. And you guys will see the logo in large soon. I haven't released it fully, so you guys are the first to know. Feel special. But yeah, y'all, I'm excited. Another exciting thing coming. Thank you. Another exciting thing, and you could definitely book me. I will be putting that up. I'm trying to get someone from Fiverr. I've been back and forth trying to decide who that I want to actually create my website where you can order, you can book me as a private chef. Right now, it's just you calling me and saying, "Hey, can you come and tell me what you want on the menu?" Um, but that's coming. I have my aprons coming. Let me see what else. I am also, I don't know if Raquel is still here, but I'm also deciding to become a travel booking agent. I know with me working from home right now, and right now the cooking thing is just going to be on the weekends until it gets bigger than me. Um, but with the job that I have, just the leniency in it, I do have a time for a lot of things. So this was a decision I made with a clear mind on what I can handle. Cooking has never been an issue for me. Um, but yeah, I want to become a travel booking agent because I love to travel, and being able to help you guys travel more and booking your flights and stuff and all that for you and your hotel stay is something that I'll have the time to do while working my current job. Like I said, there's a lot of leniency, so I'll have that open time to do so. So I'm looking to sign on to that soon. Um, I'm not pregnant, y'all. Not pregnant, so that's not news. Let me see. Oh, season 3. I am looking to have guests. I do not care what walk of life you are from. I do not care if you're famous. I don't care what it is. If you want to be a part of season 3 as a guest of Soleil City Podcast, let me know. DM me, text me, and we can get you on. And I prefer to have you live in person. Um, Honestly, if I can travel to you, if you're wanting to and you're not here, we could probably make that happen. Just give me a place to set up. Um, I just love your go-getter spirit and dabble in everything because I I always have this mentality of you can. I don't believe there's nothing that anyone can't do. Um, Even if you're just trying, I still believe that you can. I'm definitely not afraid to step out and try something new. I'm not gonna wrangle a snake, so that's something I'm not gonna try because I definitely can't do that. I'm afraid of snakes. But for the most part, like I have a can do spirit. Like I will do whatever it is to try to create that generational wealth and try to find my niche. That's what I'm still doing in my 32-year-old age. I do so much. I crochet roses. I just made some rose baskets for a friend with crochet. Um I did my mom a Mother's Day basket with crochet roses. I draw. I write music. I've performed. It's so much. I cook. I bake. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta try these things until something sticks that I'm passionate about. And I feel like cooking is my spirit because living down here, yeah, I've seen the different cookings and stuff, but because it's such a southern feel, it's like. To me it still feels southern regardless, but for me being Jamaican, me finding out that I'm part Cuban, it brings more to the spirit, like I love cooking, love it. So if I'm able to bring my authenticity, bringing my culture to your home, I'm all for it. That's why we are forever friends. I know it's in you. Girl, I know it's in you, girl. You over there creating shit. I definitely, that's why I said I want to do the little, what is it called? The little crinkle crinkle with the tumblers and stuff. I want to learn how to do that just for the fun of it. Like, I just want to try stuff. Um, like y'all, there's nothing I will not try. Even for my daughter's birthday, I made her a whole balloon arch and everything, and I didn't know how to do that shit from. I just read. I just look at stuff that interests me. I build furniture, y'all. Like this. It's nothing that I probably cannot do except for touch a snake. I'm gonna keep saying that. But let me see. I'm trying to think. Oh, so season 3, we're gonna have guests the whole season. Like I said, 10 episodes in my seasons. The next surprise is we're moving. So I believe, which I think, I think we'll be done with, because next week is episode 9, and then the week after is episode 10. So I will have the time to move and not be here with you guys. I will not be gone for 6 months until my next episode. I can definitely tell you that. I will be taking some time off to upgrade equipment. I'll be real with y'all. Just so I can have someone else sitting with me. This whole beautiful city that you see behind me will be changing a little bit more often, just to have the more different city feels. So a lot is coming, a lot of effort, a lot of money is being put out for all these things, and this is why I tell you guys, support me if you can. Support, it's just $2 a month to subscribe to my podcast. You love the city background. I love the city background, but they have some more. So I'm definitely looking into those, and I love the nightlife scene. If I can DIY it, I'll do it. Man, TikTok, that's why I love TikTok. TikTok shows me everything. And then when they be giving out recipes for certain things, that's me right there. I'm adding it to my menu. But thank you. Definitely, I'm excited for the move. Better environment just for my family and my daughter especially. I didn't want to raise her here, so I'm excited about that. Hopefully, with the season 3, people will take the drive to come out there and be a part of the show. If not, like I said, give me a room to set up. I'll do it at your house. um, but yeah, you guys, that's a lot of exciting news. Honestly, I'm so excited to get everything started. Like I said, we have 2 more episodes. If there's anything you want me to talk about on this show, please DM me. Please send it to me. Guys, thank you so much for all the support. We're only on episode 8. We got 2 more to go. But like I said, thank you guys so much. You guys have been amazing, amazing, amazing. I can't even tell you guys. Thank you. But where am I going? Where am I going? I'm actually going about 30 minutes away from Macon, but we're going south. It's a place called Kathleen. It's closer to Warner Robins. I think you know about that area. But Kathleen is so fire, y'all. I love it out there. And we'll still be in, apartments, but they're like houses. Like, they're like mini houses. So that's the great part. But once again, thank you guys. Definitely love your support as always. I'm gonna be thinking about what I want to talk about next Sunday for you guys. I can't think of anything because I know open discussion is gonna bring it all. So maybe in this week, I'm always gonna see some crap going on. So that just might be my topic. But stay tuned. You guys are gonna get the pictures and stuff that I create as well. And change is definitely good. Change is good. This is why this change is happening in this background. Thank you guys for tuning in to Soleil City Podcast, episode 8. I will see you guys next Sunday. Love y'all. See you soon.